Hello guys, welcome to part 2 of the Medieval Townhouse, and in this part we're going to furnish the whole thing. So I started with the kitchen, and I think I spent the most time on the kitchen because I wanted it to have this small fireplace in the middle, but it really didn't work. Or well, I think the kitchen is just too small to have a fireplace in the middle, although I really tried to make it work, but yeah, it didn't. So I had to delete it again, and I think I put in a fireplace on the wall, and or did I'm not even sure. Perhaps I deleted it afterwards. That could be the case. But I had a lot of trouble with the kitchen because I'm not quite sure what medieval kitchens look like. Or if it would be possible to recreate that with The Sims 4, because we don't really have something like a medieval stuff pack, and therefore it's really difficult to get at least some items right. I know they didn't have such a stove and counters and anything else, but it was the only way that was possible to make it work for the Sims to live in this house. So I had to improvise a lot, and this is what you see in this part. And I think I changed the kitchen a lot, but in the end it looks okay. Well, it looks good, I think, but it is my least favorite part of the build, I think. I really love the bedrooms. I think they're quite nice. And I like the study and the bathrooms because I try to be very accurate. That's what is important for me when I build historical houses, and yeah, so I'm quite happy with it, but you will see that. And of course I replaced the lamps with some other lamps, but you will see that too. So just keep watching. I know we're working still a lot in the kitchen, but it will get better. I hope. Well, I promise you that. But yeah, as I mentioned, it was really difficult to fill the kitchen with items because I'm not even quite sure if they had such cupboards and a lot of things I put inside the kitchen. So if you know that they hadn't, just ignore it. And I'm sorry for that, but I just didn't know what to do with it. And yeah, so I placed some random items, and I hoped that it would look good, or at least tolerable. And I changed the colors of the lamps a little bit afterwards, because if you put in lamps or candles, I think, and with candles it's a little bit more difficult because they have such yellow light, as you see there. And yeah, most of the time it looks good, I think, but sometimes it gets way too yellow, so I had to change it a little bit. I like it when it looks natural with that yellow candlelight, but sometimes it's too much. I think you will see it in the dining room. There are a lot of candles and a fireplace, and it's just way too yellow or orange or whatever. You will see that. Yeah, but now I'm just putting some decorative items in there, and we're starting with the dining room. And I didn't really know what to do with that room because it's not that big, and it's too small for something else. So I thought it would be really nice if they walk in and have their fireplace there and their dining room. And I put a lot of chairs in there because I think they really had big families, and it would be nice if they would fit on one table while they're eating. So yeah, and I used a lot of hidden objects, so you have to type in the hidden objects cheat, and then you get some objects you usually don't see in the game. And there are these items that you can make on the working bench or a workbench, and they're made out of wood, and that's why I think they fit really nice into the rooms or into a medieval setting. Yeah, and I use quite a lot of them. So what am I doing now? Rearranging the rooms, and I wanted to have another bathroom for the people that live in this house, so I decided to separate this room, which is going to be the study, and put a bathroom in there. Yeah, I think it would be quite strange with such a big family to have just one bathroom, even though I know they didn't really had bathrooms. Well, at least not as we know them. Yeah, and they didn't have sinks or something else, but I just had to make it work, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to get their hygiene up. So still rearranging these rooms until I noticed that we have to put a bathtub in there, which will happen in a second, because there is none in the house. Just in the I think just in one bedroom, which is the master bedroom, there is a bathtub in front of the fireplace, but you will see it a little bit later. So that's where I did put a lot of candles in, and you already see it. It's really, really yellow, and it doesn't really look like candlelight, or at least not in my opinion, so that's why I changed the colors a little bit. I don't think I changed all of them, because yeah, a little hint of that yellow light looks nice, but it was just too much for me and for my eyes, to be honest, so that's why I changed it. And what am I doing now? Yeah, this is one of the... Oh, what am I doing? On which floor am I? I think this is the second floor, and... Or is it? No, it's the master bedroom, I think. I'm trying to find a style for this. Yeah, this is the master bedroom. And I did have to make 2 rooms out of this, because if they have children, they have to sleep somewhere, because the smaller room is for the parents of the family or the elderly people, so that they can live there. They have a lot smaller room than the master bedroom, but I think it still looks nice with the fireplace and the items I put in there, but you will see that also. And yeah, just putting some random stuff in there. I don't even know what I did all of the time. Just putting some random items in there, and it works. And I love this treasure chest for the purpose of this medieval houses, and all of the stuff that came with the Get Together stuff pack is really suitable for that setting. And I really like that, and I really love that wood color that is there on the walls and on the floor. I think it looks really nice and old and used, and that's why I like. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Just some random items again. And putting a lot of candles in there, of course, because why not? And the candles are not really... Well, they don't make a lot of light, because they're just candles, so you have to put a lot of them in there. And yeah, it's a little bit difficult, because we run out of place to put all of the candle holders. And yeah, well, but it makes a nice atmosphere, I think. Yeah, I really like that. And this is the small bedroom for the children. And they have to share a bedroom, which was actually quite common. They often had to share even a bed. Or the parents had to sleep with the children in one bed, because if they were poor, they didn't have a big house. And even though this is a big house, it wasn't really the case that a lot of the people had one. So I tried to put a little bit of play stuff in it, but there was no space for it. And yeah, and also a lot of the stuff is really modern, and I didn't want them to have such things like dolls and pink Superman action figures and something like that. So I didn't do it. And I also decided, I think, not to put drugs in there, because somehow it destroyed the atmosphere, and I didn't want to have that. So we're working on the study room, I think, and these windows were such a pain because I wanted to have really big bookshelves, but it didn't work because there were those windows and I couldn't put them in front of these because it would have looked really awkward. So I used these smaller ones, but well, it looks kind of strange, but in the end it didn't really matter for me because I really love that room. It's so brown and with all of the books, and yeah, I would love to have such a study room. And in the corner on the side there is a small bathroom, so I think we have 2 toilets in this house and 2 bathtubs. I think that would be enough for, well, I think 6 people. They just have to share the rooms, so that's still what they had to do. What am I doing? I'm just trying to decorate the room with some items and pictures and paintings and what else. But this room was way too small to put a table behind that desk, so I didn't do it in the end. So I think we're working now on this room, and this is just a small, I don't even know what to call it, entertainment room perhaps. There's a chess table in there and I think an easel, but I'm not quite sure what else. So, oh, a violin also. Okay, I didn't remember that. So they have a lot to do in that room, which is good, I think, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to get their fun up. And yeah, this is where I changed the bathroom and put the bathtub in there, and I think it looks a lot better, and I like it a lot more. And this is now my favorite room. We put a bathtub in front of the fireplace, and then we have these room dividers, and I think in the end it looks really cozy, and we put a lot of candles in there in this room, and I really, really love it. And I also tried to do a 4-column bed, 4-poster bed with 4 columns and some curtains. I think you will see that in a second. I think it looks nice. I'm not quite sure if they can use the bed. I think so, but you will have to test it, I'm sorry. But I think it should work, because why not? It's not in the way or something. But you have to use the move objects cheat before you place the lot in your game, so that it shows you that you have all of the items in your game. And I think I use move objects a lot. I always do. So if you want that house in your game, you have to just use the cheat, and then everything should be fine. And I think I used a lot of green stuff in there. I don't know why. I normally don't tend to use that. I really love green though, but somehow in The Sims, I don't know, it doesn't really suit any style, or I don't know how to call it. But in this case, I really like it. I'm curious when we are starting with the 4-poster bed. I think, yeah, that should be now. And I placed some columns there just to make it look more natural. I really like it, and I would love to use that house. I think I said that before in the first part of the video. Yeah, but I think we're coming to an end in a second, and well, we are going into the screenshots, and so I have to say goodbye to you. I hope you liked that video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to, you can download the house on the gallery, or I think I will even put a link down in the description bar, so you can just use that link to download it. And I hope you have a nice day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys!